Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen Marie. I thought I would just come on one last time in 2023 and wish you a happy new year and everything. When the time comes for that, I got so used to taking you on these little snowy walks with me during Vlogmas, so I thought I'd had another go at that. Now it's in the middle of the day, so chances are we will meet someone walking their dogs or, just taking a walk. But, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I've missed you. I've missed you doing Vlogmas. And yeah, it was fun. It was really fun to do Vlogmas, and if everything goes well, I think I'm going to repeat that next year too. But yeah, so I'm already waffling, sorry. So I thought I would just give you a little recap of what we've been doing, and then I'll get on to the sewing content. Okay, so let's do the complaining bit first, okay? Because if I look a bit rough, that's because I am. Honestly, it has not been the Christmas that I was hoping for. And that's because illness has struck once again. Well, we had a lovely Christmas Eve, thankfully, because that's the most important thing for us and the kids. So we had a lovely Christmas Eve. Christmas Day was great. I took a walk with my two sisters, and we had dinner with my elder brother and his family, and it was lovely and just relaxed. And on Boxing Day we went to my aunt's. She lives on a farm about an hour's drive away, and she is the loveliest person in the world, hands down. She is so warm, generous, funny, clever. She's everything. And every year on Boxing Day we go to her house. Her husband sadly passed away last year, so we didn't have a party then, and before that it was COVID, so we hadn't been there for our annual Boxing Day party since 2019 actually, so everyone was very ready to get some family time in, and we had a lovely meal as always. My aunt is an amazing cook, and desserts and cakes and everything. It was lovely. And then one of my nieces, who is also a good friend of course of my eldest, she came home with us and spent the night. And third day of Christmas was just relaxing and everything was fine. But then stomach flu hit and I went down like a log, and it is honestly, I think I can safely say, one of my biggest fears to get that, because I am not one of those people who can just bounce right back from that. I get terribly ill. I think I'm going to die. I know I'm being very dramatic here, but it is very, very bad for me. And I have arthritis, so I'm immunosuppressed, which means that I get more infections usually than other people. And even though I'm not as immunosuppressed as many others, it still affects my ability to bounce back. so it takes me a lot longer. And I have been in my bedroom self-quarantining for 48 hours, barely left the room except for using the bathroom obviously, and then, you know, wearing protective gear and everything. Thought I had been very, very careful, and then last night my youngest caught it, so I have barely slept a wink, looking very rough, I know. No makeup, couldn't be bothered to be honest, and yeah, this was not what I wanted. Honestly, I know I shouldn't complain because there are people who really have something to complain about that don't. So, I know, but I have been quite run down this year, so I think that's why I keep getting sick and catching every sort of virus there is, because just I have no resistance left. So, and that's just, yeah, not the greatest thing, but yeah, so, but anyway, I am just out on a little walk because I just desperately needed some fresh air, and it feels so good to be outside. And I am past my 48 hours now, so I am no longer a hazard for anyone. So I thought I would go outside, get some fresh air. I can't take a long walk or anything, honestly, because I don't have the strength for it. Oh, just going to change my hand here. But it feels really, really nice to be outside, and I'm taking a short stroll before I need to go to the shops and pick up a few things. Will be wearing my face mask, by the way, just, you know. Yeah, so I know this is complaining, but I really feel quite sad about this because we had many more family events planned, and yesterday we were invited to my in-laws, and we haven't been there as much lately as we usually are. My mother-in-law has some health issues now, so we try to screen her as much as possible from any sort of virus and bacteria, obviously, and so obviously we couldn't go, even the others, because we didn't want to risk anything. But yeah, sad to miss that, because I mean, my husband's uncles were going to be there and everything. I haven't seen them in quite a few months, so it would have been great to see them, but you know, there we are. We were also invited to my husband's brother for New Year's Eve tomorrow. That's out the window now. My youngest is ill. So, yeah. I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself, actually. I know it's ridiculous, but there it is. So, okay. But now, you know, New Year's has never been that big of a deal for me anyway. It's like Christmas. That's my that's the thing that I really care about. So I'm not that upset that we can't go anywhere, but yeah, still. So anywho, thank you for sticking with me through my complaining. Now that that's out of my system, I can get on to some sewing content. So there have been quite a few like Boxing Day sales, etc. on, but I haven't really purchased anything from them as of yet anyway. Some Some of them extend into the new year, so I might have a closer look at them then, but I haven't really been in the mood to look for anything. So yeah, so but I did buy something from Rainbow Fabrics, and I'm on their mailing list, so I got an email like on Christmas Day or something that they had a 60% off. And although I hadn't really thought about doing fabric shopping, because I felt like I did a lot of shopping, not necessarily for fabrics, but for, other things during November and December, so I didn't really have anything specific in mind. But 60%, that's a good discount. And even with the postage and the VAT and everything, that's a pretty reasonable deal for me. But just to give an example, I bought 3 fabrics. I bought some denim, and I bought some viscose chalet, was it? It looked beautiful though. And one more thing that I can't really remember at the moment, but I do believe there were 3 fabrics that I got from Rainbow Fabrics, and the sum total I think was £31 British pounds, and the postage was like 30. So I'm not, by the way, blaming Rainbow Fabrics for that. That's not their fault at all. It's just shipping here is really, really expensive. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm going to turn around now. No breath in me. And then because the amount is more than £35 total, I'm going to have to pay import tax and VAT and everything for that. So yeah, this is why I always have to take into consideration that even though the fabrics themselves are very reasonable, it rarely pays in the way that it could have because of the shipping and everything. So yeah, but anyway, I got a notice saying that they had sent the package, so looking forward to getting it. It usually takes at least 2 weeks, if not 3, to get things, so it'll take some time before I start waiting for it, but yeah, so that's underway. Other things, I have obviously not been sewing too much, seeing as I've been poorly, but I did manage to sew up my husband's hoodie. That's the Pattydoo pattern, called the Donny, and he absolutely loves it, even though I made the stupidest mistake with the hood. Honestly. But he says he doesn't care that it ended up I kind of folded it the wrong way. So the eyelets where the drawstring is came out totally wrong. But he says that he doesn't mind and doesn't think it's necessary for me to change it. So, if he's happy, why bother changing it? Or is my lazy note to self. So, but he is so happy with that sweater that he's been, or hoodie, that he's been wearing it constantly since I made it. So, and it's on him now. So I take that as a good sign. Always lovely when someone wears what you make, isn't it? And he has asked for more. So, and he wanted like a deep red one. So, you know, maybe I'll get some fabric for him in the new year and make him a new one. He's a good egg. He deserves some good hoodies. The other thing that I've made, or am making, not finished, is that I remembered that I had got a fabric with that sort of green, like light bulbs on it, like Christmas lights, that I bought at the sewing festival this summer, and I had completely forgotten about it. And because obviously, I wanted to make something out of that for December so that I could wear it in December, but I forgot about it. I don't know, too many other things to think about, but I cut that out as I ummed and ahed for a long time because I really like that fabric. It's cotton, pure cotton. I ended up cutting out a Donny shirt, slightly hacked. It's the Friday Pattern Company Donny shirt, and I like that shirt. I've made 2 so far. Looking like an idiot talking to my phone, but yeah. So I made that Donny shirt twice. The first one I made in a linen, and I made it straight out of the pack. It was very, very short. So that will be donated. Now my torso is slightly longer than my bottom half, so not quite proportionate there, but it was very short. And then I made another in linen viscose, I think, or cotton linen blend, I think, that I really like. I lengthened that by, I think, an inch or maybe an inch and a half, and that works. Still, you know, quite short, but not so that I can't wear it. But this time I made it I added, I think, something like 4 inches, just to make sure. I can always, you know, make a great big hem or something. Yeah, and I also made kind of the sleeves longer. Chelsea from Friday Pattern Company has a tutorial on her blog on how to do that, and yeah, I think I'm going to finish that and then put some elastic at the wrists for that. What I did though, I was sewing on, must have been the 3rd day of Christmas or something, and then I was sewing, and then I think I must have been tired or something, because when I closed up the front, I must have twisted it. So then, you know, yeah, that needs to be unpicked. But I had got the facing in and everything, so yeah, it's a pain unpicking. But yeah, that's the way it happens. So I'm going to, later today, if I feel up to it, I'm going to unpick the front seam of that and hopefully finish that Donny shirt. If I get it finished before this vlog is to be edited, then I'll put a picture in. And then the final thing is the Bixa sweatshirt. I told you about that the last time I talked to you, I think. So I've cut out it's the nude fabric, so it's a free pattern. I cut that out from a grey cotton jersey. I think maybe, is it a red knit? I can't remember now. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. And then I'm going to do the overlays in this really like little tool with dots on it that I got, that I showed earlier in Vlogmas, I think, or maybe before that I got from Selfmade, because it was totally inspired by Ruan from the Oxford Sew Girl, who talked about her favourite, or some sweaters she would like to make, and the Bixa was one of them. Totally fell for that idea, so that's cut out. I don't think it's going to be particularly complicated to make or anything, but I had some trouble cutting the tool out because it's the glittery spots on it really stick to the tool and to the other dots. So yeah, that was not too easy, but hopefully when I get everything like on the outside of as the overlay of the jersey, it might work okay. So I also lengthened that Bixa sweatshirt quite a bit because it is very, very cropped. Yeah, but then of course when you lengthen it, it kind of destroys yeah, the proportions of the design, so it's not as easy as that either, but I'm going to try it. If I don't like it, I'll ask my daughter if she wants it. I'll just size it down for her. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. And now I am heading back up to my house, and I feel so much better just being outside, having some fresh air and enjoying a little walk, because they say that it's going to be really cold here starting tomorrow. So I'm really enjoying being out, because they say that it's going to be like 30 below. And let's not kid ourselves, anyone. 30 below, that is bitterly, bitterly cold, even here. So, because, I mean, honestly, 30 below, do you know what that feels like? Every breath is a pain. And it feels like, you know, when you, even the first step out of your front door, your skin is tingling. It's like knives. So yeah, but before I start complaining again, I'll finish this off, and I wish you a very happy New Year.